All right, Cancer, I apologize for the glare. I'm filming at a different time, but I wanted to make sure I got these readings done. So I'm going to do my best to kind of navigate the glare. So hopefully it doesn't become too distracting. But we're going to start off your reading today, Cancer, with a career and money oracle card, because I really want to get a vibe for what the underlying energy of your reading is going to be for today, for December 2025. Ooh, nice. All right, you got Clover, lucky break. We all need that, right? Gamble, good fortune, chance. For career, finance, outdoors, risky business, surprises. All right, so this definitely is the card of good luck, right? And it could even be unexpected good luck because it's talking about a lucky break. So we may revisit this card at some point during the reading. We're going to see what shows up. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, Cancer. So what do we need to know for the sign of Cancer, well, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of December 2025. What do we need to know for the sign of Cancer? All right, Cancer, so you think money was gone, but it's not. It's not. Either somebody pays you back something they owe you, or somebody gives you a gift, like a surprise gift, or it just shows up. Like maybe you thought you lost some money, maybe you thought it was hidden, maybe you thought it was gone, but it's not. All right? And you're going to be very surprised. And I have a feeling you might be making some decisions as it relates to changing your work and changing your career, because somebody acknowledges the talent you have and they say, hey, why are you doing this? You could be doing this, making 10 times the amount you're making here, something like that. All right, so the first thing I want to say is, like, there's something you thought was gone and it's not. Because this is a money reading, I'm inclined to say that it could be something like actual money or something with monetary value. Now, we also have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups in the reverse means there's no more distractions. A lot of the signs have been getting this card. There could have been something or someone kind of taking you off track as it relates to your money game, your career ambitions, whatever the case may be. It looks like that situation is no longer an issue. Either the person is gone or you've just made a decision to put up some boundaries, Cancer. And so now you are uber focused on your money, your career, your investments, your business, and all of the things. Now, here is where things get juicy. This 10 of Cups is a card that talks about winning. All right. Success. The answer is yes. This is why I say there's some money that you thought was gone or hidden. Or even money that you thought wasn't coming. It is, or it does. It shows up. Now, the 10 of Swords in the reverse means that you've let something go that was very emotionally burdensome for you. And that's not easy to do. It really isn't. But it kind of unlocks something for you in December, Cancer. And when your emotions are allowed to kind of serve the purpose, whatever that may be, they don't get in the way of your decisions or your perspective or some of the actions that you take as it relates to money. All right. So this is a very healing card when it's in the reverse. And then I already talked about this. This is you attracting attention or being admired or being seen or being respected, you know, whatever. Somebody acknowledges your talent and your skill. And also how you could be playing small. Now, I know we don't do this intentionally. Sometimes we do this unconsciously, subconsciously, where we don't recognize the value that we bring to a situation. I know I've done that so many times. All right, so don't discount yourself, Cancer, because other people see your value and they want to reward you for it. All right, so let's see what else is showing up for... Ooh, nice. For Cancer, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of December 2025. All right, Cancer, now the Devil card. Remember, he's always the heads up card. He's telling us sometimes we self-sabotage. Sometimes we get in our own way. Sometimes we have certain behaviors, habits, relationships that could be toxic, that could be holding us back. And I think you may know what this is about, Cancer. Understand that this could totally throw you off your money game if you're not careful, because you're getting money that you didn't expect. Remember, you're already in that lucky energy in December. You got to be careful that you don't, quote unquote, mess it up, in the sense that you allow some things that you know are harmful to get in the way, because you've got cash coming. This Ace of Wands is the cash card. But this is good because you do walk away from something. You walk away from something that could, like I said, get in the way of you having what you want to have, living the way you want to live, making the money you want to make. Somebody or something shows up from your past, and I have a feeling they're going to make you some type of an offer, or want to say, would you like to be in partnership? Would you like to collab? And I don't think it's gonna be a match. All right, Cancer, so don't be afraid to say no to something or someone that does not resonate with you, where you don't feel right, okay? Because I feel like someone's going to offer you something in the second week of December, but it's not going to be a match. Finally, we got that Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card that talks about, this is an interesting card because I feel like this is something in your past that is changing the decisions you make now. Like maybe you learned the lesson, maybe something happened, maybe something, like maybe something just caused you to do something different. All right, that's kind of what I'm picking up here, and it is going to impact your finances. It's like you learn a lesson and then you're like, oh, this is not what I want to recreate, so I'm going to make a different decision moving forward. And this relates to your money. This relates to your finances, your business, your investments, okay? So you're going to be making some different decisions, Cancer, especially in that second week of December. All right, let's see what else is showing up for Cancer as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of December 2025. All right, Cancer, there it is. You got one of the most positive cards in the deck, that Star card. The Star card is also a card of thriving health, vitality, wellness, physical strength sometimes. But the Star card is a very good card. This is a card that means success is on the way. Because we're talking about money, I do believe that some of you are going to do something and it's going to pop off. Some of you are launching a product, launching a business. It's going to kick off better than what you had anticipated. Now, your creative energy is a little unstable, is a little wonky, is a little shifty. But that's okay. Things are kind of chaotic this time of year. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. Now, this doesn't necessarily impact your money, but what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're not overcompensating in other ways that will cost you money, right? Because things are chaotic. Maybe you decide to, maybe you decide to eat out more, spending more money eating out, things like that. You don't want to do that. Now, some of you are going to be traveling. You're going to either make plans in the third week of December, or you're going to actually be traveling. And that makes sense because we're in the holiday time, right? Holiday season. And then we got the Four of Swords in the reverse. That's you taking massive action, and it pays off. So Cancer, things are good. In some areas, they may be really good. And then you're traveling, and then you're taking massive action. You're doing big things, which pay off, which in turn bring more money. And I do apologize for the glare here, but I gotta have the light on. All right, let's see what else shows up for Cancer as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of December 2025. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Cancer? And there it is, friend. Talk about the card of unexpected good luck. Now, the Wheel of Fortune. Remember? Lucky break. Now, sometimes when the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse, sometimes it means that you like just missed something. But I'm not picking that up. I'm really not. I'm feeling like this is luck you didn't see coming. And it could be luck from a circumstance that you would consider unlucky. Okay? Sometimes things have a way of showing up like that. But let's start here. Ace of Cups, brand new relationship, partnership. I'm not surprised because we got that success card there. The Queen of Swords. This is eliminating all the things that do not serve her. All right, don't be afraid to say no. I feel like you're going to have to say no a lot in December because it's going to help you make more money or preserve the money you currently have, Cancer. We got the Nine of Wands. This is you feeling a little discouraged, a little lost, but understand that is temporary. Why? Because we got the Emperor card. The Emperor card is the card of control, structure, a strong foundation, things being stabilized. And then we already got that Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, you've got luck coming out of nowhere. And sometimes the luck has a funny way of showing up. Now, I know we've all had this happen where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. It's so horrible. But yet, because that horrible thing happened, it made something amazing. It created a blessing. It created unexpected circumstances that were way beyond anything you can imagine. All right, so that's kind of the energy I'm getting here. And also from your Oracle card, I feel like that's kind of what we're dealing with here. All right, so you think that things are not happening or things are not good or things are, not working out like you think. I promise you, Cancer, things are going to turn around. They have to. And you have cash coming in, and you thought, money was gone. You thought things were not working. You thought things were, changing for the worse. But I'm telling you, that's not the case. Things are changing for the better as it relates to your finances. Please believe that, please. Okay, so I feel really passionate because I feel like some of you are struggling, and I feel like some of you Cancers have given up hope. And I'm hoping if you're seeing this reading, this is encouraging you not to give up hope, not to think that things aren't going to turn around for you, okay? Because they will. All right. Because that's what I keep getting is something that you thought wasn't going to happen or something that you thought was gone. It isn't, right? It's not gone. It is happening. It is showing up. And for a lot of you, that is money that you need. All right, so with that, Cancer, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. Nice. We got, oops, I don't want to get a glare. Gold, attract abundance. What? All right, this is card number 21. Attract abundance. That is your card. That is what you want to focus on, all right, for December. This is good. This is really good, Cancer. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.